Hey, Forever Young Fitness family, good morning. I am excited this Monday morning to bring you the fine details in an exercise that I use the minute someone tells me I'm too busy to work out. The minute I hear this excuse, I put someone to the test and I give them a pen and paper exercise that really helps them go through with a fine-tooth comb how they're spending their hours during the week, so that they can prove to themselves that what they're saying is simply because they just don't want to do the work or they're avoiding the work. So if you are easily triggered, if you are easily offended, even though I'm not going to insult you in any kind of way, you might want to go back to our past Coach's Corner or wait for our next one to come out, because we are going to break this down to really help you see that you still have plenty of time to do something. It may not be what you want to do, right? You might have these great ideas of, hey, this is the direction I want to head, but you're able to do something. Now, I've never, in my 18 plus years of doing consultations with potential clients, have run into a client who's been able to get this exercise down past 9 hours. 9 hours was the lowest. So I'm going to present a challenge to all my followers. And if you're able to get your 168 hours, let's put it right here. I don't have the greatest texture on my chalkboard, but we're going to go 168 hours in your 7-day week, right? What are you doing with your 168 hours? So I want to start off first and foremost with saying that if you are a busy bee and your reasoning behind you being out of shape and not working out is that you're too busy, I'm assuming that you have a full-time job, a side hustle, and you commute to and from work. And I'm going to maximize the hours you're using, though I know you don't use the hours to that capacity. So I'm going to say that you're doing 40 hours on the day job, you're doing 20 hours on your side hustle, and you commute an hour to and from 6 days a week, not 5, right? Because you're a busy bee. So that's 12 hours. So that's 72 hours. Sorry, I almost said 100. That's 72 hours that you utilize for your job, side hustle, for pretty much for your income, right? This is how you're generating income. This leaves us with 96 hours left, right? So if we minus our 72, we have 96 hours left. Now, I'm going to assume most people that are busy bees, right? Most people that are busy bees have a family of some sort, whether you have a child, whether you have a husband, whether you have a boyfriend, whether you have a wife, whether you have a girlfriend. I'm going to assume that there's a child in the mix, right? So family is a full-time job in itself. So I'm going to give you another 40 hours. That's chores, that's cooking, that's shopping, that's quality time. That is included in your family. Now, there's levels to this 40 hours. Like having a family is a full-time job in itself. So there's levels to this 40 hours. If you're just in a relationship, you're probably doing part-time hours, but you just feel like you're busy. So I'm still going to allow you for this drill because I'm presenting a challenge to my followers, right? And if you can get this number down to 7 and below, I'm going to give you, that's what I meant to say this earlier, and I kind of breezed over it as I wanted to. I'm excited to get into this. I'm going to give you 30 days on my platform. We're going to go live together, and we're going to go through your 168 hours. And if you can get the number to 7 and under, I'm going to take what you have left over. I'm going to give you 30 days on my platform, and I'm still going to help you get in shape and show you how you can utilize the time you do have left over. Because at the end of the day, you only need at minimum 3 hours a week to get in shape. 3. But I'm saying 7, right? If you can get this to 7 and under, I'm going to give you 30 days on the platform, and I'm going to help you get in shape. And if you can't get it under, what you're going to realize is that you have more time than you thought, and you can get in shape on your own anyway. So that there is the challenge, all right? So back to 168 hours. So if you have a family of some sort, you're putting in full-time hours. So we're now down to 56, right? So from here to here, we had 96. Let's just leave ourselves little footnotes. After our full-time, part-time, and commuting to our hustles, that was minus 72. That left us with 96, right? We have a family of some sort, so cooking, cleaning, quality time, all that is in the full-time job, right? 8 hours a day to family. We know you don't actually spend that, but I want to maximize your usage to show you that you have a lot more time than you're saying. This here, and I'm basing this off of my 18 plus years of consultations, right? About 90% of people are not as busy as they say they are. It's all in their mind, right? It's an excuse. They either don't really want to get in shape, or they don't believe they can get in shape, so they make up excuses to keep themselves from going through the process and doing the work. So we're now down to 56 hours, right? We got 56 hours. Now, most busy bees only sleep 4 to 5 hours a night because they're always doing something. So if I do 5 times 7, that's 35, right? So we're going to minus another 35 hours from our 56. So that now leaves us with 21. Am I saying that correctly? One, yes. All right. So now, footnote, we're down to 21 hours. That's a 2, believe it or not. All right. I don't have the best texture here. So we're now down to 21 hours a week. What else do you do, right? You hustle. You spend time with family, cook, clean, chores, right? Quality time. And now we're down to our sleep, right? You're only sleeping 5 hours a night, which that's not a good thing. 4 to 5 hours a night is not a good thing. You need to get around 7. So I'm just saying that for my busy bees, you're busy, so you're only getting 35 hours. I've had people tell me they sleep less than that, all right? So, and that lack of energy, or I'm just not in the mood, that's part of the reason. So we're down to 21 hours. What else do you do? All right? Let's say you watch some television, right? Let's say you watch your show, Netflix, whatever it is. So let's give you 5 hours a week for television. Not the most productive thing in the world, but look, everyone has their thing to relax in their downtime. So we're going to give you a -5 right there. So now we're down to 16 hours. What else is it that you do? You spend time with friends and family, right? Well, you can't do the family thing, right? So let's say you hang out with your friends. What, 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week? I'm going to give you 3. All right, so we're going to -3. All right, so now our 16, because here we were down to 16. So now minus our 3, we're down to 13 hours. So with our 13 hours, come on, walk and talk to me. What else are you doing with the remainder 13 hours of your time? You've cooked, you've cleaned, you've spent time with your child, you've spent time with your significant other, you've got all your hustling in, you've gotten some sleep. What else is it that you do, right? If you're going to say yard work and chores, I'm going to say that you should be doing that on your full-time job as a family man or a family woman. But if you want to tack on anything else, I'm going to give you random 3 hours. Let's say you read a book. Let's say I can't even think of anything else. What else do you do with your time? I'm going to give you another -3 only because I know right now we're down to 13 hours, because that'll put you down to 10. So I'm going to give you a random 3 hours a week for the miscellaneous, if I said that correctly, right? Task throughout the week. We're now down to 10 hours. You still have 10 hours of personal time to make something happen. You can actually take a nap Monday through Friday because you're so busy and still have 5 hours left over. That'll put you under my 7 mark, so that means you're going to give me those 5 hours for 30 days, and I'm going to show you how to get in shape. But at the end of the day, I'm giving you a lot of extra time here. Now, this is a very generic outline. I like to go into detail when I'm sitting down with a potential client and we're going through their 168 hours, because I want them to visually see that what they're saying, this excuse here for most people, is not a reality in their life. They're just distracted. They're watching extra TV. They're, look, we put that in there. And that's a lot of TV time. You can definitely, look, at a certain age, there's just something else you should be doing with your time. And that's my personal opinion. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm not trying to trigger you. But if you sit in front of the TV, eating chips and dip, or eating munchkins, you are the very reason, that is the very reason why you're saying this. Because you don't want to change that part of your lifestyle. So in order to get to your destination, right, in order to start the process of you getting in shape, you have to eliminate your negative thoughts and your excuses. And this is one of them. So as much of a busy bee as you are, because I don't see, look, this is not the ideal way to do it, 72 hours a week, just dedicated to trying to generate an income. But if you are doing it this way, look, more power to you. You have to be wise with your other 96 hours. You have to be wise. You have to have, So you have to get the information first. What are the 4 principles? Hard work, dedication, discipline, and confidence. So once you learn those principles, right, and you begin to apply them, you start being wise with your 96, right? You get the information, right? You need the knowledge. Once you learn it, wisdom is the way you're manifesting that knowledge in which you have learned. So that 96 hours is going to be utilized much differently going forward. So let's all stop it. About 90% of people, based off of my experiences over the last 18 plus years, is that they are not as busy as they say they are. They are distracted. They are getting 5 hours of television in. They are getting another 10 hours of just random social media and everything else in. Your social media usage should be deliberate, right? There's a lot of things that we can learn from being on social media platforms, right? But at the same time, there's a lot of things that can distract us and keep us from doing the things we need to do. Get the information necessary, follow the accounts that build you up and give you the information that you need to apply to the things in which you're trying to achieve so that, your time is working for you, right? So that your money is making money, so that you don't have to spend 72 hours hustling and grinding. Look, Forever Young Fitness family, this one gets me hype every time because I set people, they walk right into it. I'm too busy to work out. And then I get them in the consultation and I put 168 hours on the paper. I just put 168 and they don't know what's going on. And I'm like, that's how many hours you have in a week. Let's break it down. And the minute we break it down, like I said, I've had one person able to get this down to 9 in 18 plus years. One person. I can promise anybody who wants to get on IG Live and we're pulling receipts, let's make it happen. Let's go. Let's jump on there. Let's do your 168 hours. You better be able to show, you better have receipts for putting in this kind of time because I'm going to ask questions and we're going to go into details. And if you can get this number to 7 and under, you're going to give me 30 days with this number or lower, and I'm going to get you in shape because it's absolutely doable. You are not busy. You are distracted. I don't have anywhere to write distracted, but you know what I'm trying to say to you. Hey, like, share, comment. If I missed anything in this generic outline of breaking down the 168 hours, leave it in the comments. Let's talk about it. I want the dialogue. I want to go back and forth because I want to just show everybody that follows me that it is doable. You can do this. You just have to dial in. Again, get down those 4 principles and everything else will fall into place. Hey, as always, keep God first. Be intentional with your actions. Be fruitful and serviceable to those around you. And I promise you good things start happening in your life. Hey, this is Coach Rob. This is Coach's Corner. I had a blast today. 168 hours of exercise. This is my go-to for all my busy bees. Once again, I'll catch up with you guys on the other side. Peace.